Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. So I'm back again with another unboxing and first impressions, and this time it's going to be for the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G. I had around my unit around 2 weeks ago. I pre-ordered it around 2 weeks ago, and it finally came to my doorstep, and I'm actually really excited to go ahead and check out the S21. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the specs real quick, and then let's go ahead and unbox this device and check it out. So first up, I have the S21, the normal variant, S21 5G, 128 gigabytes and 8 gigabytes of RAM with the Snapdragon 888 chipset. So since I do live in North America, I have the Snapdragon variant, but I'm going to try and get my hands on the Exynos variant so I can do some tests between those two. But let's go ahead and unbox this device. So real quick, before I take the phone out of the box, if you've noticed, the boxes are slimmer, and the reason for that is Samsung went ahead and followed in Apple's footsteps and took out the charging brick, and they only gave you a charging cable, no earbuds and whatnot. But if you did pre-order, you do get the wireless earbuds, the Galaxy Buds Pro or the Galaxy Buds Live, whichever one you choose. And so I did go ahead and pre-order one of those as well. So let's go ahead and unbox this real quick. So no sticker this time, like they didn't seal it up, and which might be concerning for some people because you might accidentally drop it. But the bottom portion, well, the top portion doesn't have anything in the back. Let's go ahead and put that to the side. We have like this little Samsung thing, put that away as well. Let's take out our phone real quick. Right here, we're gonna go ahead and examine that after we check out everything in the box, which there isn't much. So there's this little lid here again. Pull that out. And inside of this right here, we probably get our USB-C cable, and we get some manuals, which aren't too important. No one's gonna read those. So we can just put this back and throw it back in the box. Most people, if you've already owned a Samsung device, you probably already have the USB-C charger, so that's not going to be a big issue for you. But for people that are switching and have never used USB-C, that might be an issue for y'all. So that's why a lot of companies might not want to do this yet, because their customers might not be happy with it, which personally it doesn't affect me because I do have a lot of devices that use the same charger, but there are people that don't, and that might affect them. So let me go ahead and take off some of the stickers. So let's go ahead and be quiet for this. Oof, that was satisfying. And one above the camera. Oof. So let's put that to the side and check out the phone. Wow, this looks real nice. This new camera design, if you can see that, it's like blended into the back portion of the case. It is a matte finish, which feels real nice in the hands, but it is plastic. So the S21 is a plastic variant. It does not have a glass back, unlike the S21 Plus and the S21 Ultra. However, I came from the S20 FE, and this kind of feels a little better than the one on the S20 FE. Honestly, Samsung's plastic is premium plastic. You're not going to be able to tell a difference between like a premium flagship device and this device. Even though this is a premium flagship device, it just has a plastic back. So the front portion, if you don't know yet, whoa, that catch some fingerprints real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and take that screen protector off later, or I can take it off right now. Let's take that off. Boom. So let's see, do they have another screen protector on there? Yes, they do. So they put down another screen protector, I believe. That's pretty nice. Samsung gives you a free screen protector, but let's not talk about that. Let's go ahead and talk about the screen. So the display is a full HD plus display at 120 Hz, so it is a 1080p display, and it's a flat screen. The flat screen actually looks real nice. For me personally, it doesn't really matter if it's a edge display or a flat screen display. Honestly, I like both of them, and I haven't had issues with any of those, so this just adds like a different design to what Samsung usually does with their S series, other than the S20 FE, which I have as well. So it doesn't really bother me, and it actually looks pretty nice, and it just adds like a nice, cool design to it. So let's check out the back real quick. As you can see, we have our triple cameras right there, we have our flash, and then we have some of the plastic back right here, plastic right here. We have our aluminum frame, and then we have Gorilla Glass Victus. So Gorilla Glass 7, the best glass out there right now, is on this device, which is really reassuring, especially for me, because I do tend to drop my phones a lot. So I'll go ahead and turn this device on, and then I'll get it set up, and once I get it set up, I'll go ahead and talk about the device a little more and give you all my first impressions, and after that, I can go ahead and make some more videos for y'all with like speed tests and whatnot. So let me go ahead and get it set up, and I'll get back to y'all. So I finally got the phone set up. I used Samsung Smart Switch to get all my data from my other phone, from my S20 FE onto this phone. So it took a little while. I had to wait for all the apps to download, re-download all of them, and had to get some updates out of the way. So once that was over, I did play around with the phone a little for around 20-30 minutes, and now I'm going to talk about it. So I'm going to give you all my first impressions. I'm going to go over some things in the settings, just look at the overall device and what it has, some of the features that it has, and that's going to be around my first impressions. So first up, I'd like to talk about the design real quick. The design overall looks real nice. So at first, when I saw the renders of this device when it was first releasing, I really did not think that this camera bump would look that good. And now that I have it in my hand and now that I see it in person, I actually think that Samsung made a really great design choice. It blends in with the aluminum frame of the body, so it doesn't look like some extra piece that's just extruding out like the Note 20 Ultra had. And overall, it looks pretty nice. It's not as thick as what the Note 20 Ultra did, or the Note 20, or the S20 FE on that. So it's a little thinner, and overall, the phone just feels pretty nice. I really enjoy the size of this, so I did use the S10 Plus, and then after that I used the S20 FE, which has a 6.5-inch display, and this right here has a 6.2-inch display, and since it has smaller bezels, the phone is even smaller than that. So overall, the phone feels pretty nice in the hand, and I can get used to this. I haven't used a small phone. Well, this wouldn't be considered small, but I guess in nowadays this would be small. I haven't used a small phone for a while, and now this just feels pretty nice in the hand. So fingerprint sensor. Right here, apparently Samsung has made it bigger. They've made it 1.77% larger, which is good. And I haven't had any issues with this so far, and it works pretty nice. It didn't really change too much for me. I guess it just added some extra space there for your finger, but it doesn't seem like it changed a lot. So overall, it's still pretty good, and it works the same, and it works real good. So let's go ahead and check out some of the settings real quick. Let me go ahead and go to settings. If I can click that, and I'm going to go to the display options. So in the display options, we have some settings which are pretty nice. Let me go to turn down the brightness so y'all can see better. Let's go to display. Let me bring up light mode. Okay, so we have our adaptive brightness, which you already know, and then motion smoothness right here. So we finally got adaptive motion smoothness. This was first introduced in the Note 20, and now it is on the S21. So overall, what this does is basically when you're not using 120 Hz, it switches down, I believe, all the way down to 40 Hz or 50 Hz on the S21 and the S21 Plus, and I believe on the S21 Ultra it's even lower than that. So when you're not using the screen, it just goes down all the way and it just doesn't eat up all that battery, which is really nice, especially when this device right here has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, which isn't the biggest out of the bunch. I believe that this adaptive refresh rate will help it a lot, and that's what I have turned on right now. So another feature that they brought is going to be the eye comfort shield. So before there was like this blue light filter, and I guess this is like an upgraded version of that. I feel like it's going to be something like True Tone with what Apple offers on their devices, and I think it's similar to that. So it says adaptive, automatically adjust your screen's colors based on the time of the day. You'll see minor adjustments during the day and significantly warmer colors at night. So it's overall going to help your phone out. It's going to change the colors and whatnot, and it's going to help your eyes out during the certain times of the day, which I guess is a pretty nice feature. And then we have our screen mode, the same, vivid, natural. So I keep it on vivid all the time. You can keep it on natural if you want, but vivid just looks crispier. Other than that, I didn't see too many new things on this. There are some other features that I will talk about later on once I do a full review on this device, since right now I've only used it for a couple minutes, around 30 minutes, and I wouldn't be able to give you a lot of exact things to say about this device, or I wouldn't be able to talk about all the features. So that's about it for now. Overall, my first impressions on the S21, they're really great. Honestly, this flat display, it doesn't bother me. I like using both types of displays in. The flat display on this phone is just really great. I feel like it still keeps that premium finish. It doesn't make it look like worse, rather than having the edge, the curved screen. And it just feels a little better in the hand, and I don't get accidental touches. And I'm not saying I did get a lot, but on the occasion I did get some, and so far I hadn't gotten any on this, and I probably won't since it's a flat display. So my first impressions are really great on this, and they're really positive about this device. And after I get to use it for a couple days, I'll go ahead and make another video and give you all my impressions after a couple days, or maybe a day or two. So that's about it for now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.